So I basically lead our team that works with local authorities to help them design and deliver their recycling waste services. I have a small team in Wales that works with public bodies in Wales on sustainable public procurement and manufacturers to use more sustainable materials in their products that they manufacture. And also in our grants program, so that's the financial mechanisms element of my role. And I think we've had a great introduction to RAP. We've been working, we've started in 2000 and we now work in 40 countries around the globe. And what I'll do today is take you through some of the tools and guidance we have available for local authorities, but also talk to you about some of our behavior change campaigns that wider organizations can get involved in. And in fact, that RE London is involved in. So you'll see a lot of some of the same imagery. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is just our basic guidance about improving recycling communications. And basically, this is our kind of tell-all guide. It's broken down into several sections, and it's just best practice for designing, delivering, measuring, and monitoring communications campaigns for recycling services. And really, it can be used also not only for that planning, but if you need to develop a business case as a local authority to kind of, get that budget for your communications campaign. And then within this guide, it links to all of our other guidance or a lot of other relevant guidance. It links to our Recycle Now assets as well. So it's a good overall resource. So some of the guides that are linked to within that guide are very more specific, and these are really hands-on how-to guides, very practical information. So if you're, putting together a communications campaign, what kind of costs, can you expect for different types of media? How do you commission those from your, when you're buying that guidance from your suppliers? What needs to go into curbside collection calendars? Exactly what do you need to tell, your people when you want them to recycle, how to recycle, when to recycle, what to recycle, and where to recycle, and how to monitor those communications activities. So we really, in all these guides, we provide best practice examples from other local authorities, from different scales of communications campaigns and service and, service designs. And also really the very basic information, practical information, like what KPIs to use, for different types of campaigns, whether they're seen or heard campaigns, how and when to measure. So really good set of guidance there. And a lot of our guidance has been recently updated. And the other thing about them is whenever we launch guidance, we also have a webinar. So you can really see us, you get an opportunity to hear us talking about that guidance and ask questions. But the webinars are also recorded and you can find these on our website. And I'll point you towards those a little bit later. So the other thing we've been working on recently is a service change communications guidance. So the first guidance was overall, it could be used at any point in, a new service, a change to a service. This guidance really focused specifically on those service change communications, how you need to link your service change communications with your implementation plans. And we have separate implementation guidance. We have the must-haves, what you absolutely must communicate, and then the things that might be nice to also add on to that communications campaign. And it really takes you to practical guidance, like thinking about ways to save costs when you're designing those campaigns, really thinking about your contingency plans, leaving time to get things done, coordinating, as I said, with your implementation plans, and a really kind of very good end-to-end guidance around that service change. And then in terms of our citizen behavior change, I really wanted to signpost you to our Recycle Now assets. So you would have seen in the London, the swoosh, the Recycle swoosh. Recycle Now is the big national campaign for recycling in the UK. We have a slightly different campaign in Northern Ireland. It's using the same assets. And again, it's called Be Mighty in Wales. But Recycle Now is used by 90% of local authorities in England. It's got brand recognition with 80% of results in the UK, adults in the UK. And it's also used on, we have not only the communications and all the tools, but all the kind of icons and guidance. So you can see on the right there some of the icons that we use. It's also used on the on-pack recycling, so it coordinates with what people are seeing on their packaging with the communications assets. We have assets for specific types of materials and specific campaigns. So there you see the Plastics Planet. We also have it for food waste. And there's an example of the Repeat the Cycle campaign there. And the best thing about these campaigns is they're all behavior change tested. We've done all the hard work and all the footwork. And you can actually drop your logo into these and personalize them for your own organization. They're used not only by local authorities, but by businesses, by community groups, by universities and education sector. So anybody can use them. And we also have toolboxes on how to use them. So basically all the social norming messaging, we'll have given you some examples of messages to use. So everything you need is in these. So they not only save you time, they save you money. And there's evidence to show that local campaigns deliver more impact and achieve more awareness when they're linked to national campaigns. So there's a great reason to use these assets. So our latest Recycle Now campaign is focusing on contamination, really helping people to recycle more accurately. This is a massive problem for local authorities, so it's great to see these assets out there. Again, I won't spend too much time, but all of the assets in the toolkit are there. There's a link to it there on our site. And then we also have very practical guidance, so you can send out to your residents and your householders, and guidance fund wrap that's supporting on what you need to do to tackle contamination. And this is some work that we did with RE London. So they did some research on contamination and how to overcome it, and RAP basically developed the guidance and our assets, working together in partnership with RE London on this. The thing I really wanted to raise awareness is our next Food Waste Action Week. So the London Food Waste campaign is is following on right behind Food Waste Action Week and capitalizing hopefully on that momentum that we generate. Last year, Food Waste Action Week was 12 different countries around the globe were involved, and 8 million people saw and heard about the campaign. So we're really encouraging people to get involved. We're focusing on the value of food waste in terms of the cost, the time, if you don't waste food, using leftovers, and its impact on the planet. And really what the campaign is looking at is those meals that are purchased and wasted most often. So there's a lot of focus on different takeaway meals and things that, those really popular meals that we can, hopefully a lot of people will resonate with. It's quite an inclusive campaign, and the assets are available in English, Welsh, and Spanish, quite a few of them. So again, the whole partner pack is there to tell you how to use the campaigns. Anybody can use them. We also have recycling animations. So we've just updated these not too long ago. They really link with how recycling services are delivered on the ground. There's a lot of evidence to show that people are more likely to engage in recycling services if they know what's happening to their recycling. So we've developed these, we've actually redeveloped them, looking at specific material streams to provide that information and really get people to thinking about what's happening to their recycling. And then we have information, a little bit more information on service design and collection that I wanted to mention because this is very topical right now. We have guidance on household food waste collections. We're looking at local authorities starting to roll out their food waste collections. RAP provides all this one-to-one, one-to-many guidance, but we also provide one-to-one support to local authorities. So that's a lot of what my team does. We work with local authorities to help them design and deliver their services. And so if anybody needs that one-to-one support, you can also contact us. And we have a webinar coming up Are You Food Waste Ready on the 16th of March. So if you Google WRAP Local Authority webinars, you can get access to our past webinars and our upcoming webinars. And this guidance is really looking at specific issues. It's tackling those areas around flats and communal properties, which are particularly difficult to engage and provide services to, and really looking at how you increase participation and capture of food waste. Again, there's a range of case studies of different local authorities who's implemented different approaches, different sizes of local authorities as well. So it's a fantastic resource.
One more minute, Bettina.
Yeah, that's it. And then I mentioned this already. I think this is my last slide, which is the service change implementation guide. So this is the operational part of your service changes that goes with the communications planning. And that's it. Thank you.